All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Kansas. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The high-octane Racing League Buschwackers Series hits Kansas Speedway tonight for race number 6. It's a 100-lap race, and this is a fast mile and a half. He's got what it takes to bring home the victory. Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's watch it right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, we got a little Buschwackers action here on a Friday night. It's race number 6 of the season, a 100-lap race from Kansas Speedway. Let's get this party started. All right, thank you so much for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, and we got a good one here for you tonight. Little Kansas. Texas? No, not Texas. Kansas. Race number 6 of the season. So I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at TurnLeftTV. And 100-lap race number 6 of the season, and this is going to be a good one, man. Always enjoy Kansas. A lot of side-by-side racing here tonight. Really going to be good. You may see this come down to fuel mileage tonight as well. This is a track that caters to that high line in play, and going to be a fun one, man. We got about, we're getting ready to go to the qualification session here in about 5 minutes. The clock's a little bit. Actually, I think they're going to run it out, so just under 10 minutes. And we'll go to the qualification session. We take a look at the schedule here. This is Kansas. This is the back half of the season. You see Kansas Speedway tonight. Charlotte Road Course coming up tomorrow. What was I thinking, man? These guys got their work. Coming up next week. Those guys have their work cut out for them. Vegas, Talladega, and Martinsville, the last 3 tracks. What a great set of tracks there to finish off the season. Vegas, great mile and a half. Talladega, who doesn't know Talladega, right? That's going to be some awesome racing. And Martinsville, a little short track action to beat and bang and get out your frustrations on the last race of the season here in the Buschwackers Series. Well, some more racing headed your way this weekend. We'll be at Kansas tomorrow night in the Saturday Night Thunder Next Gen, race number 8 of that season. 100-lap race, get out of the broadcast booth, get in the driver's seat, and get beat up by these guys, man. Come on out and join us on Saturday night in the Saturday Night Thunder. Tough Trucks will be back in action on Wednesday. Oh, no, they're not going to be in Iowa. Oh, God. See, there's my first mistake. Oh, my gosh. That's my first mistake. And what are we, like 35 seconds into the broadcast? Man. We're at Iowa. Check that out on YouTube. That's awesome. And we'll get next week's race up, and we'll tell you what it is. It's Charlotte Motor Speedway coming up next week. I didn't change the schedule there. Man, fire the broadcaster. take a look at the track here at Kansas. Man, what a great track, man. Flat. It's got a little banking there, but it's pretty flat there. 17 to 20 degrees, I guess, is a fair amount of banking, but it's so smooth, it seems flat. Mile and a half, of course, located in Kansas City, Kansas. Front stretch banked at 11 degrees, 9 to 11 degrees, and the back stretch at 5 degrees. This is a very fast track. High line definitely in play tonight. And, you hang out on that lower line too long, you're going to burn up your tires. So that is something you definitely want to avoid here tonight. Think about some tire management, pit stop strategy, all those things in play tonight here at Kansas. Point standings coming into tonight's race. Sean Jacobs at the top, just 1 point up on Craig Marizon. Man, wow, what a battle there. Gordon Carter in the mix as well, running in third, and Tony Furtado not far behind, just 1 point back there in fourth. Ed Palumbo is fifth. This is Preston Hassel and Givaldo Spindola beating each other up for the sixth position. Dennis Uterchin sits in P8, and here's Crone, Claudio Bardelli Jr., 9th and 10th. Look at page number 2, Dana Grover, a bit of part-time racer here, also Arthur Vieta, Dan Richter as well. A lot of these guys a little bit of part-time on the back half of this. Points. Thanks for coming out and joining me here on the YouTube channel. I really appreciate your viewership. Please share my videos with all your friends. And also hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and smash the bell. All those above. Really like to see the likes, but like to see you guys hang around there. If you really like the channel, please subscribe. That helps me get the videos out there for more people to see. I appreciate each and every one of you. Whether you're new or whether you've been here since the beginning or somewhere in between, thank you for coming in and watching a race here on TurnLeftTV.
Step on the gas. A lot of soul.
Well, we talked about how this track, there's a lot of room to race here. It can be tough on tires depending on how bad or how much you push it throughout the run. Low line is definitely in play, but I think guys teaming up on the outside line have a chance of really doing some damage here tonight. Take a look at the race keys, tire management. And I know it's a smooth track, but this thing is so fast, it does heat up the tires quite a bit. Massage that throttle through the corner, man, really burping that throttle a little bit, playing around with that throttle can get you really set up off the corner for that corner exit. And a lot of speed there. Limit the aggression, man. I think this track really caters to guys like wanting to push it a little bit more and get aggressive. And that could be bad news if you certainly do that early in the race, get yourself in with some damage. Make sure your pit stops are on point. We say that each and every week. Really important, man, getting on and off pit lane. I think we're going to see some green flag pit stops here tonight. So, and you see the 60 car also at Palumbo pushing the issue there, trying to come down pit lane. So I think that's who that was. So he's on pit lane. Expect him to be in play here tonight. Claudio Bardelli Jr. also getting some practice in as far as pit stops. So how poignant is that there to have, how timely is to have the race keys up there and this guy's getting some practice in as far as pit stops are concerned. Tonight's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. Are you interested in an rFactor 2 server? Well, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. That's EliteHostingUSA.com. Our website over there is highoctaneracing.net. Try to post the schedules and the screenshots and keep up the points there if you want to see who's winning what. Also, as far as tonight, the Buschwackers section, that Buschwackers Series section on the webpage is a good place to find the YouTube videos, of course. Wish you could always come back here. But I got them linked through there as well. And we got 3 series running right now. The Buschwackers Thunder Cup Series as well. That's our next-gen series. And the High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks. So those are the 3 series. And you see some of the other stuff we do as well. There's a quick link to TurnLeftTV as well. So check it out. It's highoctaneracing.net. Share it with your friends. Couple minutes left to go in the practice session. You have Palumbo at the top of the grid here in practice. Take a look at the guys we have out here right now. Might get some guys joining us in the warm-up session. You never know. Jack Furtado getting some laps in. Don't forget to support Claudio Bardelli Jr. We'll pop him up. He's in the pit lane right now, but check out his YouTube channel, man. That's Sober Tom Podcast. So YouTube.com at Sober Tom Podcast will get you to his YouTube channel. I should say / at Sober Tom Podcast. Check him out, man. All things music from our great friend Claudio Bardelli Jr. And the chatters in here, are they already picking who's going to win tonight? Haven't got that in there yet, have they? I got to get my pick in. That's going to be a hard one, man. Trax VR joining us. Good to see Trax VR. Claudio Bardelli Jr., of course. Givaldo always kicking us off. So good luck to those guys tonight. Thanks to Trax VR for providing sim races a place to race, man, up in that Calgary area. And wow, they get wild there, man. Big crowd supporting you and so forth. That's awesome. And top of the line sim rigs as well. Guys, getting ready to go to the qualification session. Are you kidding me? Are we already there? Yes, we are. Well, qualifications here at Kansas. 100 laps tonight. And I think track position will be pretty important here, too. It is kind of tough to pass, so you're going to want to get up there, up front. And stay up front, that's for sure. So Kansas qualifications right here and now. And we'll see who comes out first. Right now 13 drivers joining us. All right. Looks like we got our first qualifier out there. These guys always all qualify with their own screen, so basically they can't see each other when they're running their qualification laps, and they all run about the same time. So Preston Hassel out there on the track. Putting in that 27 Castrol-sponsored Ford. He wants to put Ford on the front row. And he could be the man to do it as well. Guys have 9-minute window here now to get their qualification laps in. So all these guys qualify at the same time. Try to get as many people as we can in the qualifications. We could do the single car qualifying, but man, that'd be a whole extra, that'd double the broadcast length. 30.923, Preston Hassel. I told you he'd be flirting around with the top of the grid there. Wow, how about that? Preston Hassel at the top of the grid. Greg Marazon into 60. See where he's at. Gordon Carter up in P2. Uterchin is third. Furtado fourth. That's Tony Furtado. Stanley right now in fifth. Take a look at Craig Marazon in the Magpul Dynamics number 60 Chevrolet. Oh, little contact with the wall there. Not what his team wanted. Oh, no. 30.975. He got a fifth out of that so far. Wow. How about Eddie Palumbo in the 54? Yellow Yellow sponsors Chevy going to the throwback scheme tonight. Sean Jacobs down to the top of the grid, 30.873. And Palumbo in the Mellow Yellow sponsor machine. Let's see where he lands. First 2 sectors pretty fast. They're in the blue. Let's see what he's got. Free game here down on the low line in the qual session. 30.834. Just off for P1, but I think he's got another lap in here. I think the second lap is traditionally a little slower. Julian Caligari finishing up his. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is now to the top of the grid. Mark Guzzietta looks like he has finished up his qual as well. And Marazon now coming down pit lane. So, whoa, boy. Bardelli Jr., the spoiler here, it looks like. So, Palumbo was up at the top of the grid. Jacobs at the top of the grid. Vieta and Bardelli. Now, looks like they're going to finish at the top of the grid. No, Gibaldo's finished up his qual session. So he is going to start in the 4th position. And what a run there for Gibaldo. We missed that qualification. But, hey, I'll tell you what, 68 car could be in play here tonight. So qualifications are over, and we'll get you the official results here in just a few moments. And this is going to get wild tonight, man. Let's get this party started.
gonna be a great show. Heath Johnson saying all you need to know. We got fast cars racing, hopefully you're pacing. Are you ready for some high-speed action? Step on the gas. All right. Race fans, my heavens. My heavens. Bushwackers. Saturday night. Thunder. Tough trucks. Nascar, IndyCar, GT3. High octane. Racing league. Racing league. High octane. Racing league. High octane. Racing league. High octane racing league. Racing league. High octane racing league. Racing league. High octane racing league. Racing league.
All right, boys and girls. Sorry about that. A little bit different, recorded at a little bit different level. So we are just finishing up the qualification session. We've got about 30 seconds technically left in the quals, and we'll give you the official results. Thank you for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. And this is Kansas Speedway tonight, man. We're on the back half of the season. See Charlotte Road Course coming up on October the 3rd. That's going to be a big question mark with a lot of drivers. I think you're going to see your key players up there, but some of these guys, man, they're going to have to get some practice laps in. That is a tough track. Las Vegas Motor Speedway coming up on October the 10th, on a mile and a half, lightning fast, similar to Kansas. Talladega, the Super Speedway, on October the 17th, and finishing out the season the day after my birthday, Martinsville Speedway at a short track. Thank you for being here tonight, joining me here on the YouTube channel. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and smash the bell. Do all of the above, but really appreciate those thumbs up. That gets the video out there for more people to see. But consider subscribing to the channel, and that helps out even more. And you'll get updates, of course, if you smash the bell. You get updates when races are going live. What better, man? We normally do Friday nights. Sometimes I do Wednesdays, man. But, I teach high school, so very busy right now. Very, very busy. Well, I think we are ready to give you the qualification results. Quals have ended, and we'll take a look at the results. Track position big here, so hey, Claudio Bardelli Jr. recognized that. He says, "Look at all those Chevys beneath me. You're not worthy." And he is at the top of the grid. Arthur Vieta says, I got something to say about that. And don't forget about Ed Palumbo. He starts in the 3rd position. Givaldo Spindle, another great qualification effort for Givaldo in the 68. Qualifies in P4. Julio Caligari qualifies in the 5th position. Sean Jacobs is in 6th in that Kubota sponsored machine. Craig Marizon will start 7th. And Gordon Carter ending the string of Chevys with him. Gordon Carter starts in the 8th position. The High Place Movie sponsored number 56. Preston Hassel in our 2nd Ford. In 27 qualifies 9th. Dennis Juderson in the Toyota. Ukrainian Bugs Bunny. Do a start in P10 tonight. Starting in the 11th position is John Stanley in the 12. Tim Horton sponsored machine. Tony Furtado in the 9 starts 12th. And 13th will be Jack Furtado in the 2X tonight. That's Tony's older brother. He's going to beat up on Tony tonight. We'll see. Getting better and better and better each week, that's for sure. Got 8 minutes in the warm-up session. Step on the gas. Getting in the warm-up session. That's 6 minutes left to go. We're getting ready to rock and roll, baby. Fast and furious here tonight, and this will be a blast. These guys can keep it out of the wall, keep it out of each other. Others' cars. Shit. Sorry, that went from bad to worse. Keep their cars off each other. There we go. Oh boy. Now send it to my boss. Send the complaints to my boss. Oh, wait a minute. Don't email me. A little over 5 minutes left to go in the warm-up session. More racing headed your way on Wednesday. Man, we had a great race at Iowa this last Wednesday. At Iowa. And what do we have next on the schedule? Oh, Charlotte Motor Speedway coming up next week. I gotta change that. Gotta change that deal, don't I? Gotta change that. Here, let's go. Let's move it down. Oh, bing, 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 bing. There we go. Charlotte Motor Speedway coming up in the Tough Truck Series. Yay! Excited about that. The Tough Truck's awesome on Wednesday nights. Had a good turnout and great racing. Wow, that was a great race. Let's see if we can't put another one together on this Wednesday. Come on out and join us. Saturday Night Thunder, of course, will be in action tomorrow night. That's right. It's right here, right back here, the big boys, the Next Gen Series. Race number 8 of that season. Numbered lap race. Come on out and join us. There's a QR code for you to click on. Get you over to our Discord server. Have I gotten my pick in yet? I don't think I have. Oh, man. Well, let's cycle through the drivers, taking a look. Taking a look. Let's see. Who am I going to pick to win this race tonight? How about that guy right there? Preston Hassel. Here we go. It's going to be official. Drum roll, please. Preston Hassel tonight at 27. That's who I think is going to win this race. There you go. Greg Marzon right there in practice with him. I might have something to say about that. Preston Hassel is a good high-line driver here. If he can keep his head on the swivel, he might pull away this Castrol Edge sponsor number 27. And come away with the checkered flag here tonight. I should do something like start donating or something if I get the driver right. How about that? Donate to a charity. I'll throw a charity up there. What do you guys think about that, man? Let me know. Let me know in the comments section if you think that's a good idea. Whoa! Oh my God! Who is that? Is that Eugene Fedorov? Oh, the punk rocker. The punk rocker coming out and joining us here tonight. Wow, that's awesome. How about that? Good to see Eugene out, man. Eugene not camping. That means he's racing. He's not camping with the family, he's racing. He's in the 84 car tonight. It's been a while since we've seen Eugene, and really good to see him out here racing with us tonight. Just under 2 minutes left to go in the session. And there's my pick, Preston Hassel, 27 car. I think he's got the formula tonight. Just enough oil in that car. Castrol oil, of course. Who knows, man? A lot of guys can win this race. You've got to stay out of trouble. Wow, this thing can get nasty in a hurry if you get too freaked out and drive it too hard. Too aggressive means an early night here at Kansas. Well, about a minute left. Guys are still getting some final practice in. Oh, how about Jack Furtado in the 2X? I don't know, man. Maybe shooting for a top 5 tonight, Jack. Here we go. Jack Furtado needs to get a paint scheme in the set. Let's go, Jack. I think we got in the car reserve. Can't scratch up the paint scheme, though, Jack. Come on now. Don't want to do that. And you'll see a lot of guys up there flirting with that outside line as the tires start to wear out, man. They may be in the outside wall. And here's the thing. If you get in that outside wall and you're too wide and you come back down the track and you get into somebody, oh, Nelly. It's a pile up. A lot of cars going different places, and, man, we might even see some guys flying over the wall. Well, I think we're ready to rock. I think we are ready to rock and roll. All over but the shouting now. So Kansas Speedway tonight here in the Buschwackers Series, race number 6. And we're getting the command
to start the engines.
And race 6, just past halfway, too. Everybody wants to get a good start on the second half of the season. Here we go.
your engine!
All right, man. Oh, boy. Here we go. So we're getting that grid here for you. Again, this is Kansas Speedway tonight. And it's race number 6 of the season. And we want to get a good one in here. I think, guys, if they're going to make a move, now's the time to do it. Let's take a look at the starting order here tonight at Kansas. Claudio Bardelli Jr., the 19, starts in P1. Arthur Vieta starts in second. Those guys have had a great battle this season. Ed Palumbo and Givaldo Spindola, row number 2. Row 3 will be Giulio Caligari and Sean Jacobs. Craig Marizon and Gordon Carter start in row number 4. Row number 5 is Preston Hassel and Dennis Uderchin. John Stanley and Tony Furtado in row number 6. And row number 7 is Jack Furtado and Eugene Fedorov. Don't forget my keys to the race here tonight. That's right, tire management. Yep, massage that throttle. Make sure you get good corner exit. Getting through the corners, big deal. Limit the aggression and make sure your pit stops are on point. Good chance we could see some green flag pit stops here tonight. I'm ready to rock and roll, boys. We'll be a little hitching as I'm switching back and forth, so I apologize for that. Sometimes when I get to the replays or free up a camera or whatever, got to move out of the program, and some reason I'm getting a little bit of a hitching going on, a little like this hitch, that like right there. See that? So unfortunately, I can't figure out how to solve that yet. Pace car's off. Here we go. Here we go. At Kansas, Bardelli Jr. leading the field.
Green flag, go, go,
And
go.
green, green, green. Get on the outside line. He might have an advantage here on this start. That outside line's a little bit faster, I believe. Bardelli Jr. in the Silvertown Podcast sponsor machine. It clears the 4. And it looks like Palumbo's now going to try to challenge. Webb Palumbo tucks in the second position, and Bardelli Jr. was able to clear Vieta. Vieta now falling back to the third position, and Givaldo get a little racy here. Givaldo a little racy on that outside, now diving down to the inside. They're fanning out. Looks like the 60 and the 6 side by side as well. That's Marizon and Caligari. Caligari in the 6 car up on the high line. Marizon on that bottom line. A Magpul Dynamic sponsor machine. Looks like he's got a little bit better run. Caligari got a little squirrely off the corner. On board here with Caligari. Running in P5. Givaldo just ahead. You see Arthur Vieta up there as well. And Palumbo running in the second position. And Caligari able to clear Craig Marizon. Caligari now working on the back of Givaldo. Oh, we got a yellow flag. Yellow flag, and that might be Preston Hassel involved. I'm not sure. John Stanley back there. Somebody spun. Not sure who did that, but we have a couple of guys who spun around. And maybe those two dudes right there, huh? Preston Hassel, John Stanley. What the heck happened? Not sure what went on, but Hassel and Stanley are off the pace. Let's take a look. Everything looks right. Oh, man, looks like the 27 came up the track, and then Stanley got caught up in that. Look at that. Whoa. And, wow, synchronized spinning right there out of those two guys. So, a lot of practice there. Good job, fellas. I'll give you an 8.5. The Russian judge will give you a 5. Let's get this again. Look at this. It looks like Preston might have. It looks like both of them coming down. One coming down, one coming up, but they meet in the middle. And whoa, man! John Stanley got tagged there by the 9. And the 9 had nowhere to go on that. On board here with him. Watch this. Oh, man, it does look like the 27 car came up quite a bit and able to make it through, but Tony was able to make it through, but wow. Right there. Ooh, man, a little of it down, but I think the guy's spinning, staying out of the grass, but it does look like that maybe Preston might have come up just a little bit. Over here with Preston. It does angle up there quite a bit and then gets tagged. And the 12 coming around, and 12 could not avoid that. John Stanley might have had a little bit of damage here. Let's take a look. John Stanley's situation. You see Preston coming up the track. John Stanley behind and got on the brakes, got tagged by the 9. Oh, man. And that was pretty amazing. Tried to keep it out of the wall, and he did a great job. Tony Furtado, not really much he could do. Everything slowed up, and right here, boom, not able to miss old John Stanley. We go back to live. Interesting. So the 19, Claudio Bardelli Jr., the leader. Ed Palumbo is in second. Arch Vieta third. Givaldo Spindola is in fourth. Man, and we got some guys coming down pit lane here too. So the 19, Sober Tom sponsored machine on pit lane, and Ed Palumbo looks like he stayed out. He's going to get some laps led. That's a little bit of a gamble there because you're going to start somewhat toward the back. Man, I don't know. Those guys have a lot better racing IQ than I do, but nonetheless, take a look at John Stanley on pit lane. He's taking some service. 9 also had some front end damage. He's getting that repaired. Stanley got hit in the back end, and who knows, that may not really be a big a problem, but the 9 might be an issue here with the front end damage that he incurred by hitting the 12. Those guys didn't do really anything wrong. John had to slow up. There was some spin in front of him, and Tony couldn't make the adjustments quickly enough. Stanley coming back out on track right now in the 13th position. Furtado shown in 12th. And our race leader is Ed Palumbo, and I think Ed's probably going to come down pit lane here. I just have a sneaking suspicion. I think the 54 probably do himself a favor by coming down pit lane. I probably would have pitted earlier, and I'll be surprised if he doesn't. I mean, maybe he's just going to gamble here on these older tires. I think he only does have 6 laps, and 4 of those or 2 of those are on under caution conditions, so he might be okay. Saturday Night Thunder will be in action tomorrow night. The Next Gen Series, race number 8, 100-lap race right here from Kansas. The big boys, the Cup Series, Cup Next Gen Series. We call it the Saturday Night Thunder. That will come up tomorrow night at 8. Practice starts at 8, and quals are at 9 p.m. So it's the same time format that we have right here. Tough Truck Series. I haven't loaded the banner yet. What am I doing? Tough Truck Series will be at Charlotte next week. So we just visited. Are we already in October? My gosh, man. Come on. Come on. October's mixed bag for me, man. It's my birthday month, but also we go from this cool September-ish, warm, but kind of cool weather to this little bit colder, rainy, leaf fallen weather. It's pretty, but I don't like raking the leaves, I'll be honest. And Palumbo is sneaking down pit lane with Eugene Fedorov. So those two coming down pit lane late in the caution. So kind of interesting strategy for these guys as those guys roll on by. Yeah, Palumbo tucking into his pit stall. Sorry, I don't have a gimbal on the mouse. So a quick pit stop there for the 54. He's going to come out in the 12th position. So maybe not too bad. Jack Furtado at the front of the grid. How about Jack Furtado, huh? Coming back out, one of those old guard HORL boys right there. Tony's older brother. Jack Furtado in the 2X will start on the inside in P1. Claudio Bardelli Jr. will start in second. Arthur Vieta starts in the third position. Valdo Spindle will start forward. Caligari and Unichin, or is it Caligari and Jacobs, start P5, P6. Lights are out on the pace car, so I think we will be going green this time by. All right, here we go. Jack Furtado will lead the field to take the green flag here in the 2X car as the pace car is off. Bardelli Jr. back there. Archigetta in third.
Go, go, go.
Valdo Spindle in the fourth position. 2X gets a good launch on the restart here to start lap 9. Vieta just behind him in the 4. Valdo in the 4th position on the 68 up on the high line. He's got a good run on that outside line behind Bardelli Jr. Valdo might have the right formula here. He's outside of Jack Furtado. And the 68 going to put Jack Furtado behind him, I think. Jack Furtado on a little bit older tires, gambling a little bit, and he is now getting crowded here by 24 and the 4. And Givaldo running in P3. Furtado fighting back on the inside. Jack Furtado got the racing bug again. Let's see if he can't get that 2X car in a victory lane. 4 of Arthur Vieta now side by side. I think that inside line, it's a little bit deceptive. You get good runs. Oh, Bardelli Jr. might have made contact with the wall on the outside. Silvertown Podcast might have made some Podcast Ford might have made some contact with the outside wall. Sean Jacobs trying that inside line just ahead of Jack Furtado. Rivaldo fighting there on the inside, or on the outside. Jacobs on the inside. And Arthur Vieta back there as well. He's running in P5. 24 down to the inside. Trying to get a run here on Bardelli Jr. Bardelli Jr. might have some damage to the right side of that car. It looked like that car might have hit the wall. Might have been some contact with the wall. Let's see if we can't get a look at it here, just to a little bit of a guess on this. Oh, yeah, right there. Right there. The 19 hit the wall. And he might have some damage here. The 44, that was a pretty hard lick. And the 24 now all over the back of him. Is Givaldo running in third, Vieta fourth, and Marizan is in P5. Jack Furtado continuing to lose positions here as Giulio Caligari the outside line. Caligari. He is going to make that pass. Now moving up to P6. Furtado is in 7th. Gordon Carter running in the 8th position in that 56 car. And we get a battle up front as well. Jack Furtado up in the outside wall. Outside wall, and couldn't get the car off the wall, but at least he keeps it pointed in the right direction. But now, following within the clutches of the 56 car. Look at this, battle for the race lead. Sean Jacobs to the inside. Sean Jacobs battling Claudio Bardelli Jr. Picking up a spot. And Claudio's going to get that back. We're just watching a little bit of replay here. Let's take a look at this. This is Craig Marizon and Archer Vieta. Marizon on the inside, the 60. Vieta on the outside line. This battle is for the 4th position. And Craig Marizon inching ahead of Archer Vieta. And here's what I'm talking about. Claudio Bardelli Jr. says, all right, it is on now. And Bardelli Jr. starting to pick up the pace on the outside line. Sean Jacobs is in P2. We got a great battle up front as Bardelli reclaims the top spot. Jacobs throwing that car into the outside line. And Jacobs trying to hold on to the 2nd position. He really got that car up to the high line in a hurry. Really John Stanley inside here of Gordon Carter. John Stanley, the 12th. Battling Gordon Carter in the 56. Couple Canadians here duking it out. And Tim Horton, sponsor number 12. Finds himself down the front stretch. Now closing in on Giulio Caligari. No can do as Gordon Carter gets back by. So Gordon Carter gets a good run on the outside. You see that outside line really, really pretty good. And Stanley's going to tuck in as Yunuchin tried to claim that spot. And Stanley moved up to the high line. Yunuchin in a hornet's nest right now. And Palumbo, remember, he pitted late. On board here with Yunuchin in the Toyota. Oh, Yunuchin in the outside wall. Yunuchin got the outside wall. That car got slick on him in a hurry. And the Ukrainian into the outside wall in that 47 car. That was a pretty hard bit of contact for that Toyota. But Preston Hassel, remember, big time damage for him in that earlier incident. So he is back there in the pack. Claudio Bardelli Jr. leading. Bardelli Jr. in the Sober Tom podcast number 19, making contact with the wall. It's the 2nd time he's kissed the wall. 24, Sean Jacobs in 2nd. Bardelli Jr. flirting up on that outside line. You see Marizon starting to make a move on the inside. Craig Marizon looking really racy here. Picking and choosing which spots. I think he's preferred to go to that bottom line, get a good run on these guys. You got to pass them in the first couple laps or you're going to have a trouble, I think, and heat up those tires. So he backs off. Caligari fighting the 56. And the 56, high place moving sponsor machine, going to try to take this spot back from Caligari. The 56 has a run here on the inside line. Can he get the room he needs to be able to get around Caligari? Caligari fighting back on the outside line. And we got a yellow flag. We got a yellow flag, and wow. Another yellow flag here and on lap 20. Tony Furtado off the pace in the 9. So not sure what happened to Furtado in a Valvoline sponsored machine. Bardelli Jr. will close in on the pace car. Let's take a look and see what happened here. Tony Furtado on the inside line. And there might be some contact there between he and Ed Palumbo. And he's into the outside wall. Take a look up coming off the corner. Furtado oscillating a little bit, but Palumbo also looks like Palumbo kind of came down a little bit, but it looked like the 9 really came up and then definitely came across right there into the outside wall. And Preston Hassel was able to slip through. Everybody, no problem as far as getting through, but man, that got a little crazy on board here. And Furtado came over a little bit, and Preston Hassel was able to slide through somehow. Hopefully here out in front of the yard there. right there. Ed Palumbo trying to avoid him. And then Furtado is sliding through the, or sliding on that outside line. Not very good camera work, huh? Yep, Palumbo, man, I'll tell you what, from his car, woo, right there. Didn't have anywhere to go. We'll back it up here. He's on this outside line. And you see Tony. He just comes up right there.
This your setup, Preston?
And, wow.
Nice setup.
So, under our, sorry about that unexpected conversation. That's okay. Bardelli Jr., the leader here, as we get going back to live. Guys are coming down pit lane now as we are under our second caution, 22 laps in. We talked about that in the pre-race show, how this could be, challenging track because it's fast, it's tight racing. There's multiple grooves here, and can spell a few, can be the contributing factor, or certainly play a role, if we want to put it another way, in some more cautions. This is a fast track. It's tight. It's tight racing for a mile and a half. This guy's racing off pit lane. Battle there. Everybody out pretty cleanly. See the 9 car on pit lane there, taking some service. Going to be in there for a minute. I think he's got some pretty significant damage in the Valvoline sponsor machine. Preston Hassel is at the front of the grid here. Now, I don't know whether he's going to come down pit lane or what the story is for him. That will be interesting to see how that plays out. I always like to have the other screen where it should be. Apologize for that. Well, I'm a one-man show. Come on. I'm a one-man show. Take a look at John Stanley in the 11th position. And Preston Hassel showing as a race leader. He's not come down pit lane, so we'll see if he's going to gamble a little bit. How about Eugene Fedorov shown in the second position? Back from camping, baby. There's a lot of camping with his, I don't remember what he calls it. A great friend of the High Octane Racing League, great personal friend of mine, one of our great Russian drivers, and just an all-around good guy, man. He's a little bit of a punk rock drummer too, man. So he's got that cool personality, a little of he's one of the nicest dudes you ever want to meet, really is. And got 2 kids and some dogs and a beautiful wife and a beautiful place to go out and get away from the city and so forth and enjoy the wilderness. And I appreciate that and admire that as well. So we're Eugene out here racing, and it's got to be like maybe 3 o'clock in the morning there, 4 o'clock in the morning, maybe 5 o'clock in the morning. Some crazy early time. I'll tell you, I'm not getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning coming to race. That's not happening. As you see, he's coming down pit lane. Preston Hassel also taking a shot down pit lane. Well, that's going to give the race lead to Gordon Carter in the 56 high place moving sponsor machine. Maybe he did a 2-tire stop. I don't know. kind of cool to have that information, wouldn't it? He's going to take the outside line. Just going to put Giulio Caligari. So you get a different look up front here on to start lap 26. I believe we're going to start lap 26. So this will be interesting. Different look. You see the 19 and the 60 side by side in that second row. In third row is Bardelli Jr. Is Spindola and Jacobs. So this is going to be interesting to see how this shakes out. A little bit of a new look here. Little bit of a new look up front. Guys said, hey, I've got enough practice in here. I get it. Caligari definitely came to race in that JB Rancing number 6 car. High place moving 56 up on the outside line. And you know 60 of Craig Marazon's here to race. And, of course, we got Bardelli Jr. On Jacobs, Waldo Spindola, row 3. Waldo is keeping that car up there, man. I'm telling you, the win's coming here soon. The win is coming. Pace car's off. And here we go. Back to green.
Green flag, go, go,
Green,
go.
green, green, as Gordon Carter gets a good jump there on the starts. Take it out of the way, people. Let's try some fun camera angles. The cameras are pretty cool here at this track. And Caligari's already lost the position to Craig Marazon. Craig Marazon jumped on that start and able to get around Caligari. Now Bardelli Jr. trying to slip through. Sean Jacobs to thread the needle. No, can't do it. Sean Jacobs trying to thread the needle. And how appropriate is that since he has a sewing machine in his race room? Did not play on that. I swear that just fell into place. Gordon Carter continued to lead the 60. Craig Marazon is in second. 19.
Yellow.
Oh, no, we got another yellow flag. Oh, boy. Furtado, Jack Furtado. Looks like a yellow flag here. Gordon Carter going to close in on the pace car. Take a look and see what happened here. Jack Furtado on the outside, or on the inside, diving down to the inside. And oh man, this 47, something happened to him. He came up the track. Wow, what in the world? Right there, the 47 way down on the apron and slides up the track. Wow, man. What happened there? Uderson went way down the track. Watch this. Oh, there was contact right there with it. Contact. Oh, with Preston Hassel. And that's what did it. Preston Hassel and Dennis Uderson got together. Take a look here, coming off the corner. And they're still side by side, maybe it's a little bit earlier. And right there, contact. And wow, man, and then a 2X got caught in that. Tony Furtado had a view of this. Out in front of his machine. Watch this. Oh, man. Right there, contact and into the outside wall. Jack Furtado got caught up in that. What a bum deal there for him. Furtado had a pretty good race here going. What's this? He's just not going to be able to miss this. And he is going to... Oh, man, he was down below brother Tony. And then contact there into the outside wall. And Fedorov does a good job of getting by. Gordon Carter, the race leader. Craig Marizon second. Claudio Bardelli Jr. third. Givaldo Spinola is fourth. And Giulio Caligari is fifth. You see these guys coming down pit lane, and Gordon Carter the leader, and we got a fair number of drivers on pit lane. Look at that, pit lane busy. It would be nice to have animated pit crews in this sim. Bardelli Jr. on pit lane. He has not really had the chance to get back up there and show what he can do here. We've had caution flags in quick succession. We're now on our third caution flag, and Bardelli Jr., our pole setter, we had a pretty good run there in that first run, a decent run in the second run, but now we've got another quickie caution as the Sobertom sponsor machine going to top off with fuel. Brody Gleb joining us in the chat. Wow, Brody, hope you're enjoying your Friday night. Good to see Brody. Your favorite student, Brody. My favorite Brody, how about that? Yeah, man, they're all my favorite students. Good to see Brody, and hopefully he's going to enjoy his weekend. I know I'm going to enjoy mine. Get an extra sleep in. Get ready to get back at it on Monday. Craig Marizon has decided to come down pit lane in his 60. Interesting deal there. That is going to put him back in the grid a little bit. 60 Magpul Dynamics sponsored Chevy is on pit lane. Interesting. Got a lot of laps to go, so he's just figuring it out, I guess. You say, hey, here's how I'm going to do this. He's got a plan. Just hopefully can capitalize on that plan. Got to be able to adjust your plan as you go along. The way caution flags fly, once you figure out how to drive the car too. You guys figured out in traffic what it's going to do in traffic. You change your plans. And it looks like Marizon has finished up his pit stop and now coming back out on track. As Gordon Carter is our race leader. Don't forget, man, coming up tomorrow is Kansas in the Next Gen Series. Race number 8, I get out of the broadcast booth and get in the driver's seat. It will be a mess, I promise you. No, these guys are pretty good at Kansas. Sometimes I just pull over and let those guys go and then watch the race, live admin the race, get some stuff done for next week. But who knows, I might get the car out there, mix it up with the boys. Very storied series. This is the series that I started out with 24 years ago at High Octane Racing League. It was the Saturday Night Thunder. And that series is still going on today. Tough Truck Series will be at Charlotte coming up on Wednesday. That'll be a great one. We do see some guys coming down pit lane. So Wednesday in the Tough Truck Series, those guys will be having a good one. Charlotte, baby. Preston Hassel back up to the second position in the 27 Castrol Edge sponsored machine. Talking about schedules, what do we have coming up next week? Charlotte Road Course. 45 laps. I am glad I am not racing that race. I don't like that road course, I'll be honest with you. But, hey, that's where the real boys are. Might as well do it. Charlotte Road Course, 45 laps on October the 3rd. Next week, man, we are into October. And that is race number 7. The only road course this season. Thank you for joining me on the YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't done so, and smash the bell. Good updates when races are going live. Thanks to all those new subscribers and all the folks who have been here from the beginning or somewhere in between. Really appreciate your patronage. Please share my videos with your friends and encourage people to join TurnLeftTV, and that gets us more subscribers and more people seeing what we got going on here. Although with 3 caution flags, they may be like, I don't know.
Green flag, go, go,
Back
go.
to green. Hopefully that's where 3 and done. Here we go. Look at that. The 56 high place moving sponsor machine up on the wheel for that restart and clears the 27 car. How about Gibaldo in the inside? Man, he's making it a little racy here with Bardelli Jr. Gibaldo in the 68 running in third. JB Rancing, sponsor number 6 back there as well, the 54. Look at that, Givaldo's got a run there on the 27 car. Givaldo the inside pushing the issue right now. 27 fighting back on the high side, but Givaldo holding his own on that inside. He's feeling racy. Givaldo Spindler coming off turn 2. Down the back stretch, and he's now got P2. He had to work for it. He had to work for that one, but he's now in P2. Look at this. That Palumbo is starting to work a little bit on that inside line. Preston Hassel hanging on the outside. Might be some damage to that 27 car. Givaldo, P2, and our leader is Gordon Carter. 54 car got a run now. He's down below the 68. And Palumbo, the metal yellow sponsor Chevy, now moving up to P2. As he clear the 68. 68 fight back on the outside. Marizon easing up into this scenario. And the 54 now going to put his nose under the 56. And high place moving sponsor machine slams the door. Givaldo going to take that opening on the inside. Givaldo down there, back down on the inside line of 54. 54 up on the high line to 68 on the inside line. He wants to go to the race lead. Oh, there's contact. Little contact. And Givaldo down to the inside. Can he hold it down there?
Yellow.
Oh, no, they had a yellow flag. Oh, boy. These guys have figured out that they just want to race under yellow tonight. And it looks like Uderchin is off the pace. Jack Furtado off the pace too, it looks like. So we had a spin. Already 7 laps in, and what in the world are we doing? Let's take a look and see what happened. Let's take a look in here if we can get a look. The 2X dives over to the inside, gets into the 47 car. And there we go, the 84 jumping up. And then boom, into the 84. Let's take a look here. The 2X gets up into the 47. He's off the pace a little bit. And wow, I'm not sure what was going on with.
The helmet's got it.
Not sure what was going on there. Take a look here. This is out of Furtado's view. That's a little bit ahead, but man, it looks like this is out of Tony Furtado's view. It looked like here's Eugene in his view of this. Take a look back up. It looked like maybe there was some contact up the front. Oh, right there. And check up. And then everybody checks up, and then Furtado has nowhere to go. He comes up the track. 84 definitely has nowhere to go, and he's into the wall. So it looked like there was some contact just ahead. John Stanley. Take a look here. And maybe it was Udichin that might have gotten in the back of John Stanley. Take a look at Udichin here. He's off the pace, so that's after the fact. So yeah, looked like maybe there was a checkup there, and Jack just had nowhere to go. I think. Well, he tried to get a. He's trying to clear. There's some contact here, just ahead, right here. Contact. They seem to settle down, but he is way off the pace there. It maybe it warped a little bit too, and then into. Oh man, right there. Jack Furtado up into the outside wall. Hard to get a good camera view on that. There was so much going on. And I got a limited time to see the replays before they disappear. But, yeah. So, wow. A lot of action here, man. We're not even halfway. Come on, boys. Connor Haynes, what in the world, bro? Thank you so much. Wow. I might be retired on Monday. Thank you so much, man. That means a lot. And I will say this. I just appreciate you being here and watching the race. You don't have to send me any donations, man. Really. I do this for, I started out doing this for the enjoyment, for guys to be able to go back and watch themselves race, see that, and then it benefit having you guys come out, having the crowd come out and watch the race too, and I appreciate that. Always appreciate our conversations too, man. Big Illinois fan there is Connor Haynes. That is cool. So thank you so much, Connor. I appreciate that. Brody Gleb here as well, another one of our great students. So get some race fans out here tonight, man. Hey, get a sim rig. Come on out here and join us. A lot of these guys are old dudes, but they can race. Come on out, man. Always looking for more racers. Be surprised how serious sim racing is. It's pretty amazing. See the 9 of Tony Furtado on pit lane. Artur Vieira is now the race leader. Eugene Fedorov shown in second, Givaldo third, Ed Palumbo fourth. I got to be saying that I think Eugene might come down pit lane here. We'll see. We'll see. All right. "41 laps in, fourth caution flag. A lot of tight racing, a lot of fast racing. We will start single file. So we give these guys a little bit of wiggle room, but it does look like we're going to have to start single file. You see Artur Vieira in the 4 coming down pit lane, followed by the 84 of Eugene Fedorov. So Vieira on pit lane. Love to have animated pit crews in this sim, but unfortunately we do not. But nothing beats it as far as the tire model and the realness, the actual feel of the track. It is the most realistic. It may not be graphically, but as far as feedback in the wheel and how the car drives and behaves and the tire model, nothing out there compares to it. Certainly nothing that iRacing can do to, in my opinion, to justify the subscription fee. You're just renting the stuff. So we have these tracks. This is free, and the mod's free, and hey, pay for the game, and then you can get a bunch of free stuff shared. That's the way this community is. It's awesome at rFactor 2. So all these guys are my friends, by the way, from various countries in the world, and we got 14 of them here tonight. Some of these guys I've been racing with for over 20 years. And Palumbo, Preston Hassel, Sean Jacob, let's see, Tony Furtado, Jack Furtado, all those guys, old HORL royalty. And it looks like Givaldo, some new HORL royalty. Our Brazilian, one of our great Brazilian drivers. And our Mental Attitude Award winner, really. This guy never gets heated under the collar. Always polite, always appreciative, and always a nice guy, man. So here we go. He's going to lead the field and take the green flag here on lap 42. Now lap 43. As Givaldo, the leader. Ed Palumbo in second. Craig Marzon is in the third position. 56 of Gordon Carter is in fourth. Julio Caligari running in the fifth position. Caligari, great race in the Truck Series. Great competitor in our Truck Series on Wednesday nights. Great Brazilian driver. Running in P6. P5, I should say, in the 6 car. Preston Hassel just behind him in the 27. John Stanley in the 12 car now, trying to make a move on the 24. Tucks back in behind the 24. You see that outside line just a little bit better, but you can make some passes on the inside line. Got to work it, but it does take its toll on your tires. Artur Vieira to the inside of the outside of Dennis Schuterchen. Artur Vieira in the 4. Dennis Schuterchen in the 47 on the inside line. And Vieira going to make that pass. Vieira now up to P12. Way up into that outside line, almost up into the wall. Eugene Fedorov trying to get by on the inside. He's trying to figure out who he wants to go with. Does he want to go with the 47? He's going to try to split the middle? No. Good decision there. Oh, the 4 car got into the 2X. Looks like those guys almost made some contact. The 2X at the outside wall. 2X making contact. Like that was the 2X making contact. And Vieira now working the outside, trying to get around Jack Furtado. Oh, wow! And Fedorov is sideways off the corner. Furtado has quite a bit of damage, I think, and he's dealing with, and he's going to lose some positions. Probably best to tuck it in here, and hopefully some of these guys will wear their tires out and you can reel them back in. Look at this. Sean Jacobs in the 24. He has got a mess in front of him. Look at that, 27 and the 19 side by side. Caligari up there as well. Sean Jacobs in the 24, running in P7. We got a battle on our hands. Craig Marzon to the race lead. Craig Marzon has captured the race lead. We'll take a look at that pass for the race lead just moments ago. Marzon on the inside. It's a good run on Givaldo. And he's going to pick up that spot. And we got a yellow flag as we were watching. The 60 gain the race lead. We're going back to live here, and we've got another yellow flag. Wow, come on, boys. Come on. John Stanley off the pace, so he was involved Tim Horton, sponsor number 12, off the pace there. We'll take a look and see what happened. Take a look here as Stanley on the inside line. Furtado just ahead on that outside line. Furtado comes across. Oh, man. Givaldo comes down trying to avoid Furtado and gets into the 12. Givaldo had to take some evasive move here. Let's take a look. Furtado comes up the track. Right there pretty abruptly. Givaldo trying to avoid. It looked like Furtado was going to get into the wall. He slips the wall. Givaldo trying to miss. Gets into the 12. And then the 12 goes across the track, and the 68 making contact with the race or the outside wall. I'm not sure Givaldo had much he could do here. On board here with Givaldo, you see right there, he's trying to avoid the 9 and gets into the wall, and more importantly, gets into John Stanley, and Stanley off the pace. And Stanley had a ride. I mean, he didn't know what hit him right here. Boom. And he's sliding through the grass. And Jack Furtado was able to miss him. Whoa. Right there, coming off the corner. And just trying to avoid the 9. Givaldo comes down, gets into the 12 car, and the 12 through the grass and back up the track, and fortunately stays out of the 2X. And Marizan, the leader. Next week, we shift. Can I move is it official? Can I move it? Oh, next week, look where we're at. Charlotte Road Course, 45 laps. That's going to be very, very interesting. That track is a fairly new one for RF2. Somebody, thanks to Paulo and his work on getting that track converted. We got Charlotte Road Course now, and I see a full crew on pit lane. Dennis Yurchin stays out in the 47. Dennis, if you don't know Dennis works to rebuild power stations in the power grid, and he lives in Kharkiv, about 30 miles from the Russian border, and his city keeps getting bombed, and he is racing with us. And it's like 4 o'clock in the morning there, maybe going on 5 o'clock in the morning. And this guy gets up and races with us for some semblance of normalcy. I've known Dennis for quite a while. He raced in an IndyCar series here quite a long time ago. And we've been great friends ever since. And I know Gordon is a really good friends with him as well. And Dennis, we just adopted him. You know, he lives in Kharkiv, and again, busy time for him, and we hope that this is a way to, forget about that for a little while, but more importantly, we hope that is going to be over like tomorrow. Let's make that happen. Everybody shake hands and go home and live happy, long lives. Grow old together. So we love seeing him out here. Eugene Fedorov in the 84 just behind. All right, lap 52. Hopefully we're not going to be on our 50-second caution here soon. So we hopefully get some good green flag laps in. We've had 10, 12 lap runs. Some of them a little bit shorter than that, but yeah, we could probably do a little bit better. I think we're going to go green this time by. These guys are going to do single file again. Didn't seem to help, did it? Did not seem to help. Let's see if we can't change the banner here real quick. We're trying to find the right date. Might have to wait. I forgot to download the graphic. That's why we're doing that. It looks like Utichin is on pit lane, and that's going to give the race lead to Gordon Carter. Fedorov, I believe, has also come on pit lane. For Jack Furtado on pit lane. Dennis Utichin on pit lane. Interesting, he says? Yes, very interesting. Pit stop strategy going on. There we go. There you go. We'll be at Charlotte coming up on Wednesday in the Tough Trucks. Oh my gosh, what is that? This is Gordon Carter's friend. Gordon Carter out here in the race lead right now, so put himself on the banner this week. Racing the Victoria's Secret 56 truck. And fortunately tonight for our PG-13 series, he is racing in the High Place Moving sponsored 56 Chevy. And we're getting ready to go back green. Just past halfway. Guys have not been able to get any green flag pit stops in.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Here we go. Gordon Carter got a good jump on the start. Claudio Bardelli Jr. just back there about 3/10, almost 4/10 behind, but has a good run, closing the gap down to 2/10. Bardelli Jr. with a 19. Sobertop sponsored Ford now battling that Chevy for the race lead, and Bardelli Jr. Bardelli Jr. says, I don't think so. Obrigado. And Gordon Carter might have something to say about that, but Bardelli Jr. with confidence dives down to the inside line and gets around Gordon Carter. Sean Jacobs in third. Fietta is in fourth. Ed Palumbo in the fifth position. So that was definitely with authority. We'll take a look at this. We'll take a look at this pass as Bardelli Jr. passing for the race lead gets around the 56 car. As we go back to live, Bardelli Jr., our leader. Carter second, Jacobs third, Fietta fourth, and Palumbo is in the fifth position. Craig Marizon battling Eugene Fedorov and John Stanley down on the bottom side of John Stanley, the 60 of Craig Marizon. Oh, John Stanley, the outside wall. John Stanley made some contact with the outside wall of the 12 car and some right side damage to that Tim Horton sponsored Ford. Wow, that was a hard lick there. Take a look at this. As John Stanley in the 12 is going to come off the corner and get into this outside wall as the 60 car, right there, just a bad exit. He actually followed Fedorov a little bit. And 60 picking up that spot. Claudio Bardelli Jr., the leader. Aldo Spindola having a good battle here back in the pack here with Dennis Jurichin in the 68 car. And we know Jurichin has had some incidents tonight, so that car may not be up to full speed. The 47 now running in the 10th position. Givaldo moving back up to P9. Picking up that spot on the 47. Just ahead is Tony Furtado. He's trying to make some moves. He's running behind Giulio Caligari. A couple Chevys. JB Rancing sponsor number 6 and the 9. Oh, we got the flip, don't we? The 6, the 9, flip it over. There you go. Always look for funny coincidences. 9 of Tony Furtado on board here with him. Got a good run, but I'll tell you what, whoa, man, he was floating around the outside wall. Got a good run here on Caligari. Preston Hassel running in the 6th position. And Caligari now looking racy here. Caligari looking racy, trying to get around Furtado. Preston Hassel in the 27 Castrol sponsor machine. He's running in P6. And the 6 car working on the bottom. Not able to get that bite that he needs. And Furtado hold on to that spot. That is a battle. On board here with the Giulio Caligari. See if we can get the, there we go. Look at that. Caligari at the wheel. Look at that concentration. And a little bit backing it up a little as the 9 pulling away. Dennis Jurichin trying to get around Givaldo Spindola. Dennis Jurichin on the bottom side, and Givaldo's in the 68 on the outside line. Fort around with the gravel up there. That kitty litter. And a 47, Dennis Jurichin fighting for it in that Toyota. He's going to get by to 68. Craig Marizon trying to work his way back up to the front. Bardelli Jr. taking that line away a little from the 56 car. Doesn't want to let him get that draft, so working that bottom line. Look at this. Speaking of the bottom line, the 4 car battling the 24. 24 trying to hold off the NASCAR BR sponsor Camaro. Got a Ford leading the field and 3 Camaros, 4 Camaros, 5 Camaros behind. So Bardelli Jr. trying to be that Ford to make these Chevys have a bad day. And he is opening up a gap. Marizon, another one of those Chevys. Getting by the 47 car. So Craig Marizon now picking up a spot. Here on lap 67. He's up to the 9th position. Eugene Fedorov.
Yellow.
Uh-oh. Actually, we're watching a replay there of Eugene. I think the caution flag might have been on Eugene. He's on the inside. Looks like John Stanley's in the grass as well. So a couple of guys off the pace, and we got another caution flag. And John Stanley in the 12 off the pace here. And he might be DOA in a Tim Horton sponsored machine. That car is not running. There he goes. He does figure it out. And he gets it started and now back out on the track. Fedorov is on pit lane. Let's take a look and see what happened here. Fedorov on the inside. Stanley up on the outside line. And then there's contact there between he and Givaldo. And then into the wall. And then John Stanley trying to miss. It doesn't look like he's able to miss it, but he's going to slide through the grass. Both those guys sliding through the grass there. It looked like John Stanley might have been in the... had a look at this. You see those contact there coming off. And then... Oh, hey, he's waving high. John Stanley at the wheel. Able to avoid the damage. But it does look like Givaldo and Eugene got together. Another look at it here as Eugene coming up the track and making contact with Givaldo right there and then into the wall. And then sliding across the track. John Stanley staying out of the grass for the most part. He does spin there, but staying out of the front of Fedorov. And Eugene on pit lane as we go back to live. So another caution flag, a little too many caution flags. We've had some good racing here, but it just seems like once we get about 10 laps into a run, somebody kind of does that same scenario that we just saw. It's the tires get a little bit worn out. They wear out pretty quickly, especially when you're diving on that inside line trying to get around somebody. You heat up those tires a little bit more quickly, and then you're not able to make that car stick, and you slide up into traffic as we see traffic on pit lane. Let's go see if we could manually or get another view here. Not that it's cycling, I was just seeing if I could free up the camera and let it sit somewhere. Well, I don't know. We are, certainly past halfway. We take a look at what our original race keys here. Tire management really hadn't been an issue here because guess what? We've only gone about 10 lap stints, so we have a caution flag. Massage the throttle. Can't speak for that really. Corner exit. That's where we see some problems, right? With the aggression, the corner exit. Haven't had to have the pit stops on point so much, except for under caution. We haven't had any green flag pit stop. But I think that corner exit and limit the aggression deal there, or how about transition through the corner and limiting the aggression, that right there can probably throw away through 3 to 4 caution flags. So it's easy to do. This track is fun. It's fast, and it's tight. And there's 2 wide racing. So these guys have gone single file. It hasn't really seemed to solve our problem too much here at Kansas. It just caters to being aggressive. It's just a fast track. And guys want to try to make passes and get track position, and we haven't really been able to get this thing spread out as well. The guy was in that same position the last time we came by. I think he's a little bit too small for his stand. Jelson Neto. Just looked over at my chat. Jelson Neto. How about that, man? He's rooting on Giulio Caligari. Jelson One of our great drivers here at High Octane Racing League. Another Brazilian driver. High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks will be at Charlotte on Wednesday, October the 1st. Are we coming up on October? My gosh, man. Slow down. 100-lap race in Charlotte. Bumpy, mile and a half. Fun, mile and a half. It's, less incidents, I think, at Charlotte than what we've had here at Kansas. They're both mile and a half tracks, so I think the Tough Truck Series, they race a little bit differently. It's going to be a fun one. That's coming up. Race number 8 coming up on Wednesday, October the 1st. Racing starts at 8 p.m. See Preston Hassel coming on to pit lane. So 27 making a pit stop. Tony Furtado in the 9 car is shown as the race leader. We do have some guys on pit lane. Jacobs, Uterchin, and Hassel all on pit lane. Preston Hassel finishing up his pit stop, looks like. So the 27 will come out in the 13 spot, I'm assuming. Well, Jelson, we miss you too, man. I don't think you'd really miss talking to Jelson here in the chat session, in the stream chat session. And he said he misses racing with us on Friday nights. But I'll tell you, tonight, you'd be running around under caution for quite a few laps. We've had 5 caution flags, so here we are at lap 72. And we're getting ready to go back green. So Tony Furtado is going to lead the field to come down, or to take the green flag. We've been running a lot of caution flag laps. These guys get about 9-10 laps in and decide they want to wreck. A few of them have been sooner than that. Furtado in the 9. First time up front here tonight. Ward Carter in second. JB Rancing sponsored Camaro of Giulio Caligari is in third. Our top Ford is Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the 19. And Vieira dives down to the inside. Bardelli Jr. diving down to the inside. Maybe those guys are working together a little bit. Yeah, Palumbo and the Mela Yellow sponsor machine. You see Bardelli now starting to move. He's beside the 6 car, and Bardelli's got a fast car. Here's where it gets a little dicey when you start sliding back up the track and get tight with some of these guys. And coming off the outside, sometimes they can get over a little bit too far down the track and cause some problems as well. So we got to watch that side-by-side racing here. We'll see how these tires are a little cold. Let them warm up a little bit. And the 4 giving the 19 a shove. Try to get him moving. Oh, whoa! We almost had one right there. We almost had one. Bardelli Jr. and Giulio Caligari, the 4 of Artur Vieira in this mix. And this is wild. Marizon, he's got a ringside seat for this battle. These guys are still getting after it up there. Said it is go time. Caligari does the wise decision of jumping down to the inside line here, now battling Gordon Carter. Caligari did not want to leave that inside line open. It's a good run and now clears the 19 and now trying to close in on the 56. The 9 of Tony Furtado, the leader. Greg Marizon trying to make some moves. He and Ed Palumbo battling it out. Palumbo diving down to the inside. Ed Palumbo says it's go time, boys. Ed Palumbo to the inside making some moves now. Claudio Bardelli Jr. to the outside line. Oh, Bardelli Jr. to the outside wall. Bardelli Jr. making contact with the outside wall, and he finally gets it off the wall. But he's lost a couple positions. The 19 made contact with that outside wall and has lost some positions. You see the 54, the 60, the 6, and the 4 all battling. And Bardelli Jr. some right side damage to that machine. And he lost quite a few spots there in a hurry. Go back and look at this. Bardelli Jr. on the outside, or on this outside line. And there's going to be some contact here with the outside wall. Got a good run here on the outside behind Caligari. The Sober Tom podcast machine right there. Contact with the outside wall, and the 4 going to dive down at the bottom line to avoid that, and he's going to pick up a spot. Wow. So Claudio Bardelli Jr. with a contact here on lap 79. We're on lap 80 now. And look at this. Eddie Palumbo into 54, now closing in on the 9 for the race lead. Patience? Who said we have patience? Marizon in this mix as well. His bottom line starting to work, and they've cleared the top line. Except for the race leader, that's Tony Furtado. Furtado in the 9 of Valvoline sponsor machine now has Ed Palumbo side by side. Furtado on the outside. Palumbo down on that inside line. Oh boy, not much room there. Whoa, what a run. Threading the needle is the 9. Ed Palumbo still trying to get that spot. Down to the inside line to 60. Also in this mix as well. The 9 holding on to 60. Marizon in 3rd. Palumbo is in 2nd. Now diving down to take over P1. He's not able to clear the 9. Is he? The 9 might have made a little contact with the outside wall. Gordon just behind him. Gordon Carter in the 56. That outside line starting to work here a little bit. That 9 is flirting with the outside wall. He might have made contact with the right rear quarter panel to the outside wall. We got a car down to the inside. Not who that is. That might be Givaldo on the inside. Eugene Fedorov off the pace a little bit. Tony Furtado here on lap 83. Laps to go. He is the leader. They got this thing sorted out at least somewhat so far. And Ed Palumbo dropping back here a little bit, and they're starting to get a little racy behind. JB Rancy, number 6 car, leading that second pack as the 2X of Jack Furtado in this mix. 27, Preston Hassel. Caligari running in P8. Just ahead of him is John Stanley in the 12 car. John Stanley peeking on the inside, that Ford, trying to get around that 54 Bella Yellow sponsored Chevy. He's got to play a little defense as Caligari right there in on the backside. Ford here with John Stanley. And can't leave it open too much as Caligari going to try to slip that 6 car there. Not able to pull it off. Oh, no, the 12 might have gotten into the wall. Oh, there's contact. Oh, Nelly. Wow. Big time contact. John Stanley. I don't know if there was contact with early before that or what, but wow. Take a look at John Stanley here. Oh, he gets into the outside wall right there. Contact with the outside wall, comes across the 6, and then slides back up. Oh, and the 2X, just a hard lick, lifts the back end of that 12 car off the ground. Wow, man, that was a hard contact. Stanley coming across the track, and the 12 car is going to take a hard lick here. We missed that. Take a look. We'll back it up this way. I don't like to do it this way, but we got to right there. Man, that lifted back into that car off the ground. Watch this. Boom. Jack Furtado had nowhere to go. Nowhere to go for Jack Furtado. Watch this. Things going to get bad for him in a hurry. Ooh. And he absolutely slams into the back of the 12 car. Givaldo able to slip through. Look at this. This is out of Givaldo's windshield. He sees that pulling off. He goes down to the inside and look at that. See that? That's cat-like reflexes right there. Givaldo with cat-like reflexes gets around this. Watch this. Sees this, and he's going to just pray a little bit. Prays and gets around. Woo! Boy, that was awesome. That was an awesome move right there. See that contact with the wall. And watch this. Boop. Thank you. Get around. That is a great job there by by Givaldo Spindola. Wow. Well, I told you it's about 10 lap deals tonight. That's the way it goes. So we're back to live here as Tony Furtado is the race leader. And we got a bunch. Oh, wait a minute. Did Tony stay out? Tony Furtado, what are you doing, bro? Looking at your friends. They're all here on pit lane. They're on pit lane. Oh, Givaldo. Claudio missed his pit stall. Uh-oh. Claudio went right through his pit stall, and he's going to lose some positions over that. Wow, man. Not what you normally see there. As it looked like Claudio missed his pit stall. And we don't see that too often. Go back here a little bit. Let's go back here and take a look at Claudio. Watch this. Goes right through his pit stall and has to back up. And he's going to lose some positions here. Man. Oh, man. I don't know if he beat Preston Hasselhoff or not. It does look like Preston actually beat him off the grid or off pit lane. So got the timing line before he did, and he's going to pick up a spot. But a little mistake there by Bardelli could be a big one. He's now shown in the 7th position. Now Furtado's going to come down pit lane. There's no doubt about that. Furtado will definitely come down pit lane. He stayed out, and he did not mean to. He thought there was another lap to go, and he was going to dive down pit lane. And maybe he already had it figured out. I'm not sure. But I thought I heard him making a comment on TeamSpeak that he thought there'd be another lap to pit. So he went by, and the rest of these guys came down pit lane. Now he's going to end up coming down pit lane, I would assume. And that's exactly what we see. It looks like Fedorov's going to follow him through. So our race leader will now be the 4 of Arthur Vieira. Thank you for joining me here on the YouTube channel. Please hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to smash the bell. You get updates when races are going live here at TurnLeftTV. Appreciate you watching the race, whether it be live or on replay. Please consider sharing my race with your friends and the channel. Invite them to subscribe to the channel. And Bardelli with the late race drama. We're approaching 10 laps to go. I don't know. Might have something to talk about there, race related, on the Sober Tom podcast coming up on Wednesday nights. Claudio Bardelli Jr.'s outfit there, Sober Tom podcast, all things music. We support him and his YouTube channel. Claudio, one of our great friends and a great personal friend of mine. Maybe I'll get a shout out on his channel. I should sponsor his channel. Get a little TurnLeftTV. Hey, how about making a samba song for me that I can play in my pre-race show? TurnLeftTV related samba song. How about that? There we go. We'll get Arthur Vieira to dance. Maybe even Givaldo. I know Julio could dance. Julio Caligari, man. Hey, Julio! In the 6th car, JB Rancing sponsor machine. We'll start in the 8th position. We have been single file on restarts. It hasn't really cured the problem. These guys just trying to get a little gutsy with 8, 9, 10 laps in and causing the caution flag. Got to stay out of that outside wall. Got to make sure you're clear of the guy you're trying to pass well. Caligari, I think, could make a run to the front here with the 10 to go. He seems to have a little bit better car in the short runs, and Vieira,
Green flag, go,
where
go,
we
go.
expect him to be. Oh, I got it on, what a loser. I got it on, I don't have it on live. That's why I'll never make $1 million at this, or even $10. We're watching Bardelli come back down pit lane, right? Look at this. Marizon battling the 4 car. Sorry about that, folks. Marizon battling the 4 car. And Preston Hassel has his car back up front after that early incident. Taking him a while to get this car back up in the race mix. And the 60 the 4 side by side. Couple Chevys. Man, 60 car using some muscle here to inch ahead ever so slightly ahead of the 4. He's got some help with the 56. And Gordon Carter. Now the next question is, will he bail on Gordon Carter or stay down to the inside line to help him? And Gordon Carter trying to slip through as well. Gordon Carter going for the gusto on the inside. Gordon Carter making a move on the inside line. Thought he was going to jump behind the 60 car, but no way. Look at this. They're 3 wide coming down the backstretch. Into the corner, and the 19 now taking a spot as Gordon Carter, the race leader. The 19 working his way up. Wow. The 56 is our race leader, and they're side by side for P2. Claudio Bardelli Jr. getting by Sean Jacobs. Jacobs on the outside line has got some work to do to get back up there. Caligari now. Oh, they're beating and banging. Oh, we got a big caution flag. I told you. And there we go. Oh, the 2X gets involved. And looked like they started getting a little racy. Look at this, dropped it back here. And there was contact there between the 6 and the 24. Like the 24 got loose. There, got up into the outside wall. And then comes down on the 6. It looked like he got a little squirrely. There. Take a look under the back of Marizan's machine. Craig Marizan's machine. Look at this. And you see the 24 coming off the corner right there. Gets a little wobbly and gets into the wall, and then boom! Got a little wiggly. As we take a look at this again. Boy, when they happen in a hurry here. And Marizan clears them, and Jacobs just comes down off the wall a little bit. And there was contact. Vieta got caught in that as well, unfortunately. Look at out of the front of Archer Vieta's machine. See that car starting to slip out on him in the back end. And oscillates, gets into the wall, and he comes across the track, and then Vieta has nowhere to go, and he gets hit as well. Yeah, Palumbo got taken out of that as well, and what a bummer. And Palumbo just back here about three cars. And it's going to kick off in front of him. He's going to get into Vieta as Vieta gets spun across the track. Nowhere to go for Palumbo. Go back to the live. Well, these guys have decided, I think, that they want a green-white checker, and that's probably what they're going to get here tonight. Oh, Claudio giggling. We knew we weren't going to fall for that. We weren't going to fall for that, Claudio. We don't fall for that mess. Ed Palumbo on pit lane, John Stanley on pit lane, Jack Furtado, Sean Jacobs, Archie Vieta, and Julio Caligari all on pit lane. And the race leader is Gordon Carter. Palumbo got really caught up in that pretty big-time issue there for him, and he's got a pretty significant pit stop ahead of him here. Archie Vieta on pit lane taking some service as well. Race leader is Gordon Carter. Man, these guys have, again, not decided to race around under green tonight. How about Kansas tomorrow? I think the Next Gen Series will be able to tackle Kansas pretty easily. That'll be our first visit to Kansas. Race number 8, 100-lap race in the Saturday Night Thunder Next Gen. Coming up tomorrow at 9 p.m. And that's what qualifications are, 8 p.m. practice. Come on out and join us. Join us over at highoctaneracing.net. Get quick links to our Discord server if you'd like to join us on Discord. Also the schedules, who's winning what, all that jazz. Quick link to TurnLeftTV as well. That's highoctaneracing.net. Gordon Carter, the leader. Bardelli Jr. going to start in P2. And much to Gordon's chagrin, Bardelli did not take the bait and go down pit lane. In fact, nobody even took him seriously on that. We know he wouldn't go to pit, but playing a little cat-mouse game. 60 of Craig Marizon starting third. Preston Hassel will start in P4. Don't forget to help me out also by clicking on the links in the description of the race. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, you can do so through a link in the description of the race. Also, please help me out by clicking on that SimLab web link and checking those guys out. If you're interested in buying some sim rig stuff, I've got a sim rig by SimLab, and I love it, man. I do my broadcasting from my sim rig. Very easy to put together, durable. I have a DD1, man, and D3 inverted pedals. Got a car seat out of a junkyard car and strapped it onto the sim rig, and there you go. Didn't have to buy a race seat. This one out of a Pontiac Fiero. Well, we are in a little bit of overtime, and that means we got a green-white checker here at Kansas. And you know what that means? The police guy says, "You better be good. I'm watching you. I'm watching you." Gordon Carter in the 56. Our leader would be a big win for Gordon. Big win here at Kansas. Bardelli Jr. might have a few things to say about that. You see Marizon in third, another strong car. All right, pace cars going in. Here we go. Ace cars going in. Claudio Bardelli Jr. needs to tighten it up a little bit. Probably should have went double file, but got distracted a little bit.
Green flag, go,
And
go,
here we go. Back to green. Green-white checker here at Kansas. These guys deserve a single file restart on the green-white checker. Gavaldo making some moves on the inside. He says, let's go. He's battling this 27. 27 gives him some room, and he's going to pick up some spots down with the P4. Can Gordon Carter hold off a charge by Bardelli? Bardelli wants that outside line. He's going to be able to make some moves here on the outside. Marizon going to be the spoiler. He's on the inside line. Across the start-finish line, we have one to go. And it looks like the 60's trying to make room for himself as Bardelli gives him a little room. 27 in this mix. Marizon in the 60, now over the back of the 56 car. Down the backstretch. Givaldo into the outside wall. Gordon Carter on the inside. Marizon goes to the outside. He's getting a little help with the 27. Bardelli Jr. sneaking up on the inside line. Gordon Carter, Craig Marizon entering the tri-oval, and who's going to win that? Marizon gets the win. Wow! Craig Marizon inched ahead and got the win. We've got to see this. Look at this finish here. Let's take a look at this once we get it. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, man. Marizon inches out on the outside and gets the win. So great job to Craig Marizon. Gets the big win here at Kansas. Not our best effort here as far as racing. It was good for a while, but man, you got about 10 laps, and then these guys would wreck. So, wow, great job to Craig Marizon getting the win. Hopefully he stays out there for a second. I can get a good screenshot. Hard for me to get a screenshot when they're going every which way but loose, but try to get the best one we can. Every time I move the camera, whenever he changes positions, it changes the where the car is at. So hopefully we can get a. Oh, he's in the. He's sunk in the grass. So congratulations to Craig Marizon on getting the win. Great job to him. And we'll see if we can't. We'll get him one in pit lane. There we go. So great job to Craig Marizon. Good win there for him. Great battle. Hopefully we got a screenshot. Didn't hear anything, but hopefully we did. Did not. Whoa. Can't get the screenshot to work. We don't have Craig Marizon up there. We've got last week's winner. There you go, Craig Marizon. This week's winner. For some reason, I can't get the screenshot to work. So we'll take a look at the final results before we get Craig up here and chat with us. Take a look at the final results. A little bit of a messy race here, but there was some good racing there. Craig Marizon gets the win. Gordon Carter finishes second. Claudio Bardelli Jr. finishes in the third position. Finishing in fourth is Preston Hassel. In the fifth position is Tuvaldo Spindle, a good top five run there for him. Tony Furtado finishes in sixth. Eugene Fedorov seventh. Finishing in the eighth position is John Stanley. Finishing in the ninth spot is Ed Palumbo. Giulio Caligari finishes in 10th. And finishing in P11 is Dennis Judich, and Sean Jacobs finishes 12th, Jack Furtado 13th, and Arthur Vieta finishes in the 14th position. And for some reason I can't get the screenshot to work. What's going on there? Well, it is what it is. We'll see if we can't get Craig in here and chat with us.
Boy.
All right, we got Craig Marizon in the booth with us, and congratulations, Craig, on the big win. And, man, it seemed like we had 7, 8, 9 laps of some pretty good racing, and then things just got messy and put that on repeat. How'd you make it where you could get that car up front at the end and grab this win?
You know, there's a lot of cautions. I don't know. It seems like I was back and front, back and front. I know everybody was high, but it seemed like a lane lower, maybe on the second tar strip. If he had someone with you, he could make that move. So I don't know, just picked my way through there, and I guess ended up at the right spot at the end.
Well, it really looked like the racing was a lot of fun for about 4, 5, 6 laps, especially right after the restarts. Was there any tire strategy going on with you, or did you feel like you probably couldn't put yourself out there and maybe take 2 right sides tires?
I think at the end I took 2 on that I think that last pit caution. I didn't take much fuel, but it seemed like the tires held up. I mean, the setup felt good. It seems like a mini Michigan to me. It seems like there's a lot of room there, so I was surprised, with the problems we had.
Yeah, it was fun to watch, but I just kept feeling like somebody was going to get in the outside wall or get a little wiggly in there and get down into somebody on the bottom line. And man, if you were behind that, which you were earlier in the race, nowhere to go. Well, next week. Oh, sorry about that.
No, I don't think I've seen any cautions, so I really don't know what happened. But yeah, it was fun out there.
Next week we got Charlotte Road Course. Man, we've only been there one other time. I don't know if you've been at Charlotte Road Course. I can't remember that race, whether you were out racing with us that night or not. If you were, I mean, how do you feel about the track?
I like the road courses, but you got Arthur and all them guys out there, so they're tough to beat. I don't know how they do it. I like the road courses, but it's so tough to beat them. They almost got to crash.
Well, we get through that. We got Vegas, Dega, and Martinsville. Anything stick out to you on the rest of the schedule there after the road course?
Well, it seems like Talladega. That's always crapshoot, but I like Marty. I mean, that's a fun track, kind of like Bristol.
Awesome, man. I figured you picked the short track, so hopefully we'll see you the rest of the season, make a run for the championship. Congratulations with the race win here, too. Very hard-fought battle, and you were there at the end. Congratulations, man.
All right. Thanks, Heath. Thanks for all you do.
You're welcome. So that's big win there for Craig Marizan, one of the Michigan drivers. And as I mentioned, we'll be at Charlotte Road Course next week. 45-lap race there. No cautions, no full course cautions there, so we can take all of them back that we had tonight. We'll make up for it next week, although the cautions will be turned off, except for local only. So sorry I couldn't get a screenshot. I can't figure out why it's not working for me. So interesting. I have to figure that out. Maybe I've changed something in my settings on accident. I cannot get the screenshot to work. Have to figure that out. There's always something with this game. So congratulations to Craig Marizan. Getting the big win here at Kansas. Thank you for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. And thank you, Connor. Appreciate that. Go Illinois tomorrow. Go Indiana tomorrow. So a couple big football games in store. Saturdays, always good for college football when it's in season. Tough Trucks will be back in action on Wednesday, October 1st, race number 8 of the season, 100-lap race of Charlotte in the Tough Trucks. And don't forget, tomorrow night we'll be right back here at Kansas in the Next Gen Series, the Saturday Night Thunder, race number 8, 100-lap race coming up tomorrow at 9 p.m. Well, that's going to do it for me tonight. Thank you for joining me here on the YouTube channel. As always, really appreciate your support here on the YouTube channel. Hit that thumbs up button and smash the bell, baby. Until next time, I am out of here.